Hello student, back again with me, Miss Fanny. Today we're going to learn about our next subtopic, evaporation from a solution. This is the subtopic number 3.4 of Unit 3. Are you ready? Let's go! So most of the salt we put on our food comes from where? Where does the salt come from? Do you still remember on our previous lesson we learned? Yes, correct. Most of the salt it comes from the seawater. And then how can we get the salt from the seawater? The saltworks are used. This is called the saltworks. People make the saltwork to get the salt from the seawater. They extracted it by using the process of evaporation. Some materials can dissolve in water or other liquids. Material that dissolve will form a solution. Solutions always have two parts. The first one is the solute, the material that is dissolved, and the second one is the solvent, the liquid in which the solute dissolves. So this is the example of the salt and dissolve inside the water. The solute is the salt and the solvent is the water. When they mix together, it will form a solution. You cannot see the solute in a solution after it has dissolved. The particles of the solute move in between the solvent particles when they dissolve. This is an example of a solution. Seawater is a solution. The salt is the solute and the water is the solvent. The salt dissolves in the water to make the solution. What other solution can you think of? Can you think other example of solution? Yes, correct. You got it right. And so we have learned that the solution is made of solute and dissolve in a solvent. So the solute, when the solute dissolve in solvent, it will make a solution. And the solution is always made of soluble substance. So when the substance all mix, then we can make it as a solution. Example, like on the left side of the picture, the particles of solute, they move in between the solvent particles when they dissolve, so you cannot see the solute in the solution. This is the example of the particle of salt when it's dropped into a glass of water. So the particles, they move in between the solvent. The solvent is the water, while the solute is the salt. So the particle of salt move in and then it's covered by the particles of water, while it's the solvent. That's why you cannot see the solute in the solution. It means that the salt has completely dissolved into the water. This is the process of making a solution. So the salt is the solute, this is the solvent. When they mix together and completely dissolve, we call it as a solution. Yep. And the last one is when the liquid evaporates from a solution, the solid solute is left behind. Like example that we learned before about making the salt. So the seawater is a solution, right? Because it's the salt mixed in the water. But then, if we make the water evaporates, we can get the salt and take it for our food at home. That's how we can get the salt. That's how we can get the salt from the seawater. So when the liquid evaporates from a solution, the solid solute is left behind. That's what you'll have learned today. Thanks for joining the lesson. See you again next time. Bye bye.